On 22nd of December, I was in London, of course 22nd December 2015, watching the General Assembly, and His Excellency, the President of General Assembly, was holding this one when he said, adopted, and our resolution was adopted. And the history was made. And indeed, this 2015 is marked the 70th anniversary of the United Nations. And with the great pleasure, the resolution was adopted in the 70th session by His Excellency, the President of the 70th session, Mr. Lykketoft. It's a great pleasure and honor to have you here, sir. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of General Assembly.
Your Royal Highness, thank you so much for the warm welcome, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to speak to you on this, the very first International Day for Women and Girls in Science. Last year's decision on this issue by Member States was in itself an important step towards recognizing the role of women and girls in science. To some, it may seem superfluous to have an International Day on this issue. After all, if there's one field where one could assume that people are judged on the merits of their results, it's in science. But, unfortunately, history proves that this is not the case, at least not always the case. Marie Curie, for instance, was the first woman to receive the Nobel Prize and went on to win it twice, both in physics and chemistry. She was also the first female professor at the Sorbonne University in Paris. But for both, she faced incredible resistance from the scientific community of the time because she was a woman. Indeed, her first nomination was only acceptable because it was shared with two male scientists, and only possible because of the pressure exerted by Swedish female scientists and women's advocates. And it was only after 10 years of further hard work that she finally got the recognition that she deserved in her own right. This was in the early 1900s. Now, more than 100 years later, our world has changed dramatically, yes, often for the better, yes. But still today, women continue to face major obstacles at home, in the workplace, and across all society, including the world of science. These obstacles have been recognized and addressed in the incredible, ambitious, and revolutionary 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which world leaders from the 193 member states signed on last September. The centerpiece of that agenda, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, places gender equality and empowerment of women and girls as its core. It recognizes the importance of girls and women, not just as beneficiaries, but as contributors and drivers of change. Making these goals a reality, however, is a daunting task. As President of the General Assembly, I am determined that in 2016 we keep the momentum going and secure some early successes. To do so, we need actions. We need actions at all levels from an unprecedented number of actors, especially women and girls, half the population of this world. And for the past 15 years, women have led the way in translating the last international goals into reality. Female teachers have helped improve gender parity in primary schools. Female doctors have helped to tackle HIV/AIDS, and female community health workers have helped improve maternal health and educate other women and adolescent girls about sexual and reproductive health and rights. Now we need more women involved in more sectors. Science, technology and innovation is one of the foundations upon which we can build action around the SDGs. And women who are scientists today and girls who aspire to be scientists tomorrow must be empowered to play a central role in this. The responsibility to make this happen falls to all of us, to men, women, children, to political leaders and civil society, to educators, academia, and the private sector, not least. Through this commemorative day, we can help generate awareness, investment, capacity building, so that we can all fulfill that responsibility. To conclude, allow me to return to the great Marie Curie, a migrant, a scientist, a woman, a change maker. For not only did she show the world that women can do what women can do, she showed the world of science what they can do for humanity and for the vulnerable. Because it was her scientific work and innovation that helped the injured and the dying on the battlefield during the Second World War and onwards. Now, in 2016, we need similar commitment, similar innovation, and similar inspiration to realize the SDGs and to transform our world for people and planet. I wish you a very fruitful International Day of Women and Girls in Science and a constructive debate, and I hope we can continue to work hard together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
There are so many great women scientists among us here who did great contributions. We were hoping for them to receive the recognition, and today they are receiving their recognition for their achievements, and the whole world is celebrating their achievements. And for the generations to come, for the girls, they can see role models. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
Thank you.